Hello guys, welcome back to my Forex Black Boxer channel. Um, I'm gonna start with the news. I only highlighted medium and high impact news. Go on Monday, we got some to do with Europe and Aussie. And Tuesday, as you can see, Aussie and UK here. You got UK court hearing for non-Brexit deal forced by the court against Boris Johnson. He's our prime minister, and he's forcing UK to leave with no deal, which is obviously not going to happen. He's kind of uh, forcing something is not in place anyway, and if we leave with no deal, we're not going to leave at all. So Europe will not accept no deal Brexit basically. So that show they're doing at the moment is just force two things. One, there's not going to be no deal, we're going to stay in Europe, or we're going to have a deal and we leave Europe. Either way is good for the pound, so just bear that in mind. I will speak about that later on in pound, down the line. Go Aussie, Canada, and US. High impact on Wednesday is a big day, triple fees swap. Uh, Thursday, Friday. So basically the whole week we have a very high impact. So it's very busy week, and we're gonna see a lot of volatilities, and the market is gonna move a lot. Obviously, non-farm payroll as well on Friday, every first Friday of every new month. So let's move on to the chart. My last video, I talked about that trend line. I'm looking for it to touch it and come back down, do another wave down there, or break it and go down. So actually, it did break it, as you can see. Just the chart just been refreshed. Come test it, make one red candle daily, then break through, come back close below the high of that high. Then we can see falling down since BG. Boris Johnson is just keep talking and doesn't make any sense what he's talking about. He wanted to exit without no deal, which is it just in my opinion and my view, it's just a show, and he's trying to force Europe to come to the table, one way or another. He got approval from the Queen to go ahead with it. However, the government appeal in the court and all this stuff is going on Tuesday. So I expect the pound will be volatile tomorrow, Monday, and Tuesday. After Tuesday, we're going to see which direction we're going to pick. So overall, technical analysis itself, pound wave one, wave two, wave three, break wave two, wave four playing here. As you can see, we didn't close below this wick. Okay, this wick itself, we didn't close below it. We break it, yes, but we did pull back up again. Aspect tomorrow is going to come back down here again. However, you need to stay above this low, and we can see in London continuing to break that trend line. Tuesday, keep going, break the high, and I'm looking for it to come up here to this low to test it, and we'll make another wave between this area and this area, this area and this area. Continue back up again, wave after wave after wave until we come and test this high, this area here, which is 126 320. Okay, so that's trend line. That's how you do you know the acceleration of the trend itself. So that's how you do. So that's trend one touch, two touch, then you going down that way. For example, if you come here, you do this, it broke. That's a pullback. Then you can see a red candle, then you start to shorten it. Now we break that low and we keep going. You stay in the trade. Yeah. Come back again, touch here and continue down. As soon as you break that low, you make the trend line, and now we have another mini trend inside that trend, the big one. Okay. If we break that one, we'll come back up here, we test these lows and we'll break it and we'll continue to the next low. Then we can touch that trend line. Then we see an angle, trend angled, and we change in direction slowly, and depends on the news really. It's pound purely now is controlled by the news of Brexit. Okay, uh, but technical analysis itself, it's been fulfilled by the news. 99% of technical analysis work, and the news just fulfill the technical analysis. So if the pound is low now, the fundamental, it will push it up. And I believe very, very hard. I believe that I said that all my videos, we're not gonna get a bad deal. We're not possible the worst case scenario, we're not gonna leave Europe. Okay? Regardless of all of that, even if we leave, we need to have an agreement between France, German, and all these countries that want to have a business with us. We can't just leave with no deal. We're gonna fight later on. It's not possible. It's been stated by Europe uh, president. I think I don't remember his name, but he stated that on G7. He said that we're not gonna accept no deal. You need to know what's between the words. They're not gonna accept no deal. If you need to make a deal, you need to we agree on something. If you don't agree on anything, you're not going to leave. You're gonna be still a member of Europe because you failed to make a deal. Okay, you need to know what the words mean and try to search around, see what that mean, what that does. What it's the biggest divorce between countries, between UK and Europe. It does mean something, of course. So you need to bear in mind that it does mean saying anyone say any word. You need to know what that exactly mean for the whole story of Brexit. Okay, moving on. So I expected the pound to back up here. Challenge is highs, break it. Challenge is low. I believe it's gonna come between these areas, and this highs is low and start to play. Make a little bit low, then continue back up, break the high, hopefully break this high, and we break this low. These two very significant area 127,850. Okay, so that's on the daily. So obviously 1 2 3 weeks, maybe 1 week will be up here if we have some hearing on Tuesday, and the hearing will be positive for the pound. We could see up to 300 pips up to this area. Let's see from that low around here, so about 300 pips, yeah, 350. We'll give it. So just don't just take my word for it. So just see how London is going to open and how the pound against the other currency doing. Okay, so you don't just buy whatever. If you start to continue down here, as long as it's still above this wick here, which is wave two, as long as it's still above it, didn't break it, then we are good to continue up. But if we break below this wick, then we looking to go to make another big wave down, which is obviously if we have bad news of Brexit, obviously it's going to come to 119. Let's have a look on the weekly. Just hide all of those stuff. You can come on down here, 119, and kiss that low and continue back up, make another wave. So you can come back down next week, continue back down here, or just probably could break it and continue back up. Because I'm telling you, there's a lot of investors waiting down there. They have already brought, and they have most of their order, the rest of their order percentage-wise, still down there. There's still big boys buying these currencies because that's why it's green. 2 weeks in green, one red. Obviously, you have 2 weeks green, one red. We could see another 2 weeks green. Then we'll come back up to here, one red. Then continue 2 weeks green, and we'll come back to the top here, 133. Let's see. Let's see. We can't just say that's going to happen, but if we have evidence of pound returning back and break this high, then that's a good sign of continuing the plan of going up at least to these levels or these levels down the line. But if we have a good news of Brexit, pound will just keep going up to 140 with no trouble whatsoever. It will keep going every single day. Every day, if we have extra piece of information and confirmation that we have a deal with Europe and the deal is solid and has been agreed between both sides, pound will keep going because that's the investor will start buying loading money on pound. So let's move on to the next. That's the pound index. As I said last week, is looks good here. He's gonna do some pullbacks, which he did, and we are not at the low anymore. We are high now. We come back. It's very normal, guys. Very, very normal to see pullback. I don't want to see keep going up and no pullback. Okay, you can't be keep going, going, going. No, you need to do pullback. Whoever buy it, you need to get out and get in again. Get out and get in again. That's how the market. Okay, moving on. Bao Yen, one of my favorite pairs. The last time I did buy until this area, which is B, I exited and I shorted and I bought here at the C, continue back up, but it didn't continue as I expected to break this high. It's still consolidating since Prime Minister kept talking all stuff, the whole story. So this area, it broke, close above it, and make another wave, come back, one, two, still doing three. Wave three probably will be at this area. So it's very, very good area to get wave three, unless it is extended. If so, we're gonna break that and we'll come to this high. So I'm looking for it to back up here. I'm already long up to 250 bips. My target is for 250 bips. That looks like 320, but my first target 250 bips. I'm long from somewhere down there. 250 bips to test the bottom of these two candles. Probably is going to do 1 day or half a day pullback and continue back up. Okay, so that's my bias on pound yen. Overall pound, I'm looking to buy. I don't want to sell big. That's my overall view. I don't want to sell too much big because I know the pound is doing U-turn at the moment, and we're just waiting for the click. We're waiting for the good news to come in to fulfill the technical analysis. Moving on, that's yen index. Last time I talked about the yen, it was up here, close here, and I said it's going to come down here. Even my drone is still there. We're doing one wave, one. We're going to come back up here and continue down. And on the big picture, on the picture itself, we're looking to come back down here, test that trend line, break it, come back up here to these areas. We'll come back down here, break this, come back up, break this, come back up again, and continue down. Wave shapes, as I did here. I'm not gonna delete this drawing. I'm gonna leave it for reference. Bowen Aussie. Bowen Aussie is amazing, and it's doing what I expected to be doing. As you can see, that's what I'm looking at the weekly. Sorry. As you can see, that's the last low, close between these areas. Come back, retest it, KP 1, 2, 3, 4, as long as it's still above 2, we're not even 30%. Okay, let me just get Fibonacci. Let me just quickly get this. Where we are, we touch the 50%, as you can see, put back up, break that 23, come back down. Probably going to touch the 50% again, and we'll continue all the way up to 1618. This 1618. We're 1618, as you can see, at these highs. Amazing, yeah. I'm looking on daily, so you guys keep your eye on daily. This only on daily view. It could take months to come up there. Could take 1 day. I don't know. Let's see how the market will play this week. We talk about 700 bips. I give it 3 weeks, 2 weeks. And bear in mind as well that Aussie is starting getting strong regard because of the stock and Trump want to make the stock strong. If the stock gets strong, Aussie gets stronger. Gold gets strong, Aussie gets stronger. China get good economy, Aussie gets strong. China get bad the economy, Aussie get weak. That's the main effective the main correlation between China and Aussie. It's the main one moving the Aussie purely. No purely, just very high percentage, like 60%. China got any problems, Aussie get affected immediately. Then after that, stock, on the other hand, is got effect as well on Aussie pairs. As I can see here, as I said, 50%. Maybe we'll come back down, test that low of the channel, 61%, and keep going up. We'll see how tonight is going to be, how the opening is going to be. So far, I didn't see any gaps behind on the other sites. I didn't see any gaps, so we should be okay. Moving on, that's the Aussie index. Look on the daily, it did low and continue back up here. It's still holding here. I assume that's going to do another wave up, try to challenge this area, then continue down. Or if it's getting stronger, we have some news of China. So let's see how that go. That's on daily, and let's see. Looks like it's gonna break high. Stock, as I said, the stock, he wanted to get strong. Trump wanted to make the stock strong before the election, 2020 or almost there. So I expected that to come here, break it, do another touch down low, and continue up. Another wave. Let's just draw this to make it clear for everyone. I expect it to do as follow. Come back up here, come back down, then break the high, come back down, break the high, come back, continue up here. You could see this head and shoulder here, and just you need to do this to see the breakout, and you want to trade it to the next possible position um, price. Next, Bound New Zealand. I love this bear. That's my favorite one. As you can see, my last draw I did is going to break high, and I expected to come here. It didn't really reach it very well, but now we went down. However, it didn't break the previous day. We're still up there. I expected to go up there again more, touch this, and start come back here. 5 waves, then head and shoulder, break the neckline, continue back up here, break it, and do this and continue up. Okay, guys. Let me just delete the other drawing because there's too many now. Everyone get confused, I believe. Let me just delete everything here unnecessary. We know where we going. Anyway, so as you can see, with one, with two. However, this one just to close at the low. This I'm not gonna count that as a wave. I'm just start from my point from here with one, with two, with three, with four. Play here between this high, with five break higher. Hopefully, we'll touch the last areas here. The 61% of that move down. Okay, we touch the 78, come back down, we'll break this, we'll come back, we'll break the 38, that's on daily, we broke the 50, and we close below the 50 at the end of the week, but some days we close above it, which is indicating that New Zealand is weak and it can't hold it down with a pound. Even the pound was weak as well. New Zealand is very weak. So I'm looking forward to come back and test 61%, do another wave down, continue back to 78, do a small wave, then continue back up to the 88. From the 88, I will start sink short, unless we have some good news of Brexit. Okay, it's all about Brexit now. Regard the bound. Next, CAD. I have some long and short on CAD. On Friday, I did. I was long. I was long from here, and I exit somewhere here, and went down again. I become long again, and I exit like last minute on Friday, about 60 bips. I get out here. So somewhere here at these highs. So CAD as well is amazing. We have some high impact news on CAD as well this week, so keep an eye on it. And if we have, still I'm stressing this, if we have a good news of Brexit, pound will fly across the pairs. Every pair with the pound, every currency trading with the pound, it will fly. If we have a bad news, every pair with a pound it will get weak, which is mean short. Okay, but bear in mind that's the low of the year. Already we left it, we make a waves, and we're looking to continue these waves. If that waves rule break, then we're looking to go down. However, do not trade too much low, do not short it too much because it can pull back up because there is no one won't sell the pound at the moment. The pound is a very good opportunity to buy. The pound is very cheap now across the pairs, and it's the best time to buy now. Okay. Europe said we don't want no deal. Prime Minister is trying to play hard with them, and I started to lose a bit, and I will come to the table and I'll have to make a deal. If you're not going to make a deal, you can state that if you're not going to make a deal, you're not going to leave. Very simple. At this point, you're going to see like 500 bips on the pound. The next day, we're going to be 400, 300. Then pound will start getting back to original value, which is 140 on pound USD cable. So cable is my meter on pound, how strong or weak the pound is. I always looking at it, and I trade it as well. But I always look there to trade the rest of the pairs. And my best pair to trade it's pound New Zealand and pound Aussie and pound yen. So let me just put it in order. Pound New Zealand is number one. Pound yen, pound Aussie is the second. Pound yen is the third as a best runner because they're making a lot of bips for me. Thankfully for Brexit and all the stuff happening, which is great. Swiss, I don't trade it really. I don't trade the pound Swiss. As you can see, it doesn't really move as I would like. And I recommend that for every trader to trade only the pairs showing some meaning, something you know or you back tested and you practicing across. I don't trade it because it doesn't show me what I wanted to see, and I don't need it. I'm not dependent on it. So Bowen Swiss, I don't really touch it at all. So I just leave it. However, it will be moving with the pound as well. If risk off, Swiss is going to be strong. Risk on, Swiss is going to be weak. At these days, I can tell you, Swiss is going to be weak because the risk is on. Started getting on back. Yen is going to be weak. Pound is going to be depends on Brexit. USD is going to be strong, and the stock is going to be strong. Aussie is going to be strong. New Zealand is going to be less than Aussie in speed. It's not going to be as much stronger as Aussie. So I'm looking for Aussie to return, do reverse from the index. Looking for a pound to show some interest to buy it on London opening. I'm looking for to short yen across, possibly pound only pairs, pound yen. I don't trade anything else but pound yen. Regard yen, I've got what I was going to say. Yeah, that's it pretty much. Just all this week is all to do with Brexit on Tuesday. High impact news of Europe, which is I expected to be 50-50. So Euro is not going to do any new law or anything. As you can see, it held its position on Friday after the news of US, and it keep holding that position at the moment. I expect it to pull back. If that does, then pound will follow to pull back with it, and because they are connected somehow. What else? That's pretty much it. Just trade wisely. Don't trade to show much position on short on pound because pound looking to go up. But just this stuff they do at the moment, it's normal. It's consolidating. It didn't do new low or anything like that. It just is still in the same wave and it's still intact. So there's nothing broken. This is my last video. So I'm keep still my bias is still long pound pairs itself. I expect yen to be weak as I mentioned. So if yen become weak, that will make it easy for pound yen to fly another 500-600 pips easy this week. So I'm looking forward to trade the guys on YouTube. And thanks for viewing and best of luck this week. And please subscribe, hit the notification button, and share with your friend, with someone you know of, and so on. Next time, hopefully, I'll be sharing more of my experience with you guys, and there's going to be new things to be done on channel, and I will keep you updated. Thank you very much. Good luck. Thanks. Bye.